Kind of like what you see.
That's so scary. It's real, bro. Honestly, it's real. But yo, how do you do that?
Yo, come check out dude's eye, man. It's just crazy.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Oh my God! Did you see that?
Oh my God! Did you see?
Crazy.
What is it?
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home and...
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip. Yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself. You know, the actual. How long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process. You know, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me in my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me where?
Right here. So the future is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so.
Here's my question. If this chip is going to be able to help people with spinal cord injuries, anxiety, depression, my question is, since you got the chip installed in your brain, do you have any of those things? Because what it seems to me is you don't have any of those things. So how do you know that getting that chip installed in your brain is going to help with those things? On top of that, his responses, nah. Y'all better pay attention, man. They showing you what they about to do. They showing you who they are. It's right here in front of our faces.
Do you have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have it?
All right, hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. All right, this is Brother Shaquat coming from Great Millstone Temple. All right, coming back at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You know, Lord's was good. My power went up for a little bit, but it's back on. But first and foremost, before I start this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Hakadash. All right, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah being the true names of the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son written in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, who this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. And I also want to give double honors unto our apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and ruleth well. And you know, today we're gonna touch up on this clip you just seen, which you know a lot of brothers touched up on it through the spirit. You know, is June. You know, inside joke because you got this guy, Bishop Nate. He's known for his famous saying of "It's June, ain't no microchips." You know, which I don't remember exactly what time period that came out. I do believe it was back in 2016. But you know, the Lord has a sense of humor, and right now we're in a time period where prophecy is speaking, and the Lord is showing who He's dealing with, man, who the true prophets are, and those men are within the branch of Great Millstone, starting with our apostles and elders and bishops, and going all the way down, man. You know, because you know our apostles and elders, you know, the bishops been telling you people for years, bro, about this prophecy, because this is a huge prophecy, man. This is a life or death situation, and right now it's speaking, bro. You know, these prophecies, let's just grab it real quick. and I'm gonna go into it. We're gonna go into the chat, but I want to grab this, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. The book of Habakkuk, right? This is a heavy time. I'm gonna say it, man, again through the Spirit. This is a heavy time of judgment, a heavy time of prophecy, and a heavy time for us, believers to be rejoicing. And hey, it's reward season, man. All right, it's reward season, man. All right. But let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." And the vision is going to what? These prophecies, man, such as World War III, which that's biblical prophecy. Jacob's trouble, that's biblical prophecy. And the mark of the beast, spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. And everybody should know that's biblical prophecy. All right. And the Lord has these things set for an appointed time. And bro, I believe this may be the year. We don't know though, but humbly speaking, we're not. I wholeheartedly believe we're not seeing another 50, 30, 20 years here, bro. Especially with everything that's going on. It's too much prophecy, bro. It's too much going on, man. All right. And real quick, I wanna put on this meditation music, man. Yeah. But it's too much going on, man. All right, but it says, but at the end it shall speak in our line. It's speaking, man. All these prophecies are speaking, man, because the visions is going into the prophecies, and these prophecies are having a full blown conversation, bro. So it's like if you can't see it, Lord just not dealing with you. Just humbly speaking, the truth be told, bro. This is a heavy time of prophecy, man. Look at this, man. It's June, and there's definitely some microchips out here, man. All right, but it says, throw it, Terry, wait for it, and we're getting close, bro. As the beloved brother of Baal, which Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Brakatah, the brother to the priest, as to the spirit, ever since I known the brother, spirit always got him saying, one day closer, one day closer, one day closer. And it's getting close, bro. We at the end, bro. We in the last days, man. We in the times that all the prophets was talking about, man. And I could just feel it through the spirit. We at the end, bro. All right. So this is a beautiful time, bro. It's about to get hectic out here, but for the believers, for you brothers and sisters that wholeheartedly, sincerely believe on this word on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're heading into some beautiful times. Whoever's tuning in, I want you to note that through the spirit. We are in some beautiful times. This prophecy is speaking, and it's reward season, man. And the Lord has something special for you believers, man. But the point I wanted to make, because if you're in a sincere spirit, you want this thing to be made mandatory right now. As the brother always says, one day closer. But we understand prophecy, as it says, wait for it. So we have to suffer until then, until that time period comes. It could come this year, next year, the next 5 years. But regardless, we got to suffer till then. But it's close, man. It's close, bro. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, and it's not tarrying. It's speaking now. So what the hell you other guys gotta say, man? What these other guys gotta say, man? These niggas completely sold the fuck out, man. All right? But let me play a little bit back of this video, and I'm gonna grab a few more scripts. And look, of course they put Jake on the forefront of this shit, man.
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. Is it? I was able to do it, and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went.
And you see, like, the countenance, just like you brothers know what I'm talking about. Just looking at the countenance of this individual, this shit is demonic, dog. This shit is bugged the fuck out, man. All right. If anybody watching this, do not take that chip, man. 'Cause we're gonna go into it, man.
Went home and.
I practice at home.
And so, what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. So I could still.
And those are the miracles, and let's grab that. That's that deception going out, man. Yeah, we're gonna start in verse 14. Cause not to mention Neuralink had the I gotta go into it, man. On my channel, right? Real quick. Yeah, bear with me. Right? It said where we was at. It was months ago. And then it's the spirit. Every time I touch up on this topic, it leads me to go back to this video. Cause check this out. Bear with me. Let me turn the let me turn the Wi-Fi. That's all right.
Surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were
And this was Neuralink's first patient. Remember the one that got paralyzed. So check this out.
paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You are currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else?
And look, you see this clip, right? In this clip, you see how demonic this shit is like, but they're pushing this thing out, bro.
That's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No!
There we go.
He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
And look, this isn't about helping the disabled. It's about merging humans with machines and AI. It's about preparing society for the mark of the beast, and we're gonna get into it.
Never thought would allow me to do anything like this.
And future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body.
All right, so let's read this. Let's get into the prophecy. See, this is a heavy prophecy, man. All right. Revelation 13 and verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. And you've seen a prime example just now in both of those clips. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And the beast going into what? The New World Order. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And basically, simply to put it to you, you're seeing it in the video. They're having it to where they're telling you if you're paralyzed, you're going to be able to walk again. You're going to be able to play games with your mind, fight off these different diseases, etc. Right? That's the deception. It says, and really, this is the Lord's chip, and the Lord is granting these Edomites, right? Esau, this left hand power to put this thing out, man, because ultimately it's a time of a testing that's coming, man. The hour of temptation, which through the Spirit, we're going to close out on that. But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And who's he? Esau, Edom, the top wicked elite. Which who's Esau? The self-proclaimed white people, so-called white man, woman, and child. But most importantly, the top wicked elite that's in rulership, right? And the image of the beast going to what? The New World Order. It says that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So they're gonna have it to where, you ain't gonna take this thing. They're gonna cause you to be killed. It's gonna be a death penalty for not giving into this thing, man. But it says that he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So it could be anywhere. And you notice they both got it in their brain. Here go TikTok this shit.
What's up, ho?
But you notice how they got they both got it in their brain, bro. But which it could be anywhere. In your left leg, your pinky toe, your ass cheek. It could be anywhere, man. All right, but it says in that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And basically, without this thing, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing because they're gonna do away with cash and credit cards and this and that. You're gonna need to implement the dwelling in society, right? And that's when that time of testing is coming, man. Because it's just a great time of testing coming for those to see who you serve, bro. Because they're gonna starve you. Because look what's going on right now, man. You got World War III brewing up, inflation, these pestilences, the society going down. They need a solution. This is going to be the solution. They're going to bring out problem. action, solution. All right, it's June. All right, but the mark of the beast, that is the RFID micro C hip, man. We getting closer, man. So it's a heavy time of prophecy, man. All right, but do not take that thing, man. Do not give in to that thing, man. All right, because I'm gonna just quote him. Because Revelation 16:2 goes into how you're going to have the grievous sores. And on top of that, you read the next chapter in Revelation 14, the 9th verse, the 10th verse, and the 11th verse. It goes into how anybody that takes that, they're going to be in the lake of fire, man. They're going to be in that fire. That's the punishment for those that take this thing, man. And ultimately, it's going to be a great time of testing. All right. But we here, bro. They're pushing this thing out. It's June. Bro, we halfway through the year. We about to get through, what, 2027, bro? Come on, man. All right, but real quick, I ain't gonna make this lesson too long. It's gonna be quick, bro. But we here, bro. We gotta push this out. All right. Trying to think. I'm gonna read this in the KJV and the NLT. Revelation 3:10 in the KJV, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And this was coming, the hour of temptation, with everybody, me, yourself, everyone that's watching, everyone around you. Everybody's going to be tested to see who do they serve. Do you serve this devil? Do you fear this devil? Or do you serve the Lord? All right. Do you fear the Lord? Where's your faith at, man? A lot of these people, they got their faith in this devil, bro. And a lot of people gonna give in to this thing, but the Lord preserved in himself a complete number of men, as is spoken of in Romans 11:4, I believe. Yeah, Romans 11:4. A complete number of men that's not gonna give in. Even if they gotta be beheaded, they ain't go days without eating, whatever. The Lord's gonna have his spirit on these men to stand firm and not give in to this thing, man. To endure. All right? These men ain't nothing to be played with, man. These men are in the hands of the Lord. I mean, slip of the tongue. These men are in the hands of the Lord, bro. So nothing's going to overtake them. They're going to conquer everything. Okay? They're going to conquer every obstacle, every situation, difficulty that comes their way. And they're going to get through this through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. I'm going to read this in the NLT. Because you have obeyed my command to persevere. And one of the words persevere is endure. And we know the scripture says what? He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right. It says, this is the key point. I will protect you from the great time of testing. Because everybody gonna be testing. Like I said, they're gonna starve these people out, etc. Without this thing, you ain't gonna be able to eat, dwell in society. You ain't gonna be able to go to concerts, restaurants, none of that shit. All that shit gonna be done away with, man. If you don't have this thing, man. Okay? But the key point, that's the Lord speaking, because it's up to the Lord, and it's already predestinated who not gonna give into this thing, and it's predestinated who gonna take this shit. So you gotta have that fear, but also you gotta have that confidence, man. Because people hear about this, they gonna say, "I'm not taking that shit," which that's the spirit you're supposed to be in. But you gotta be humble, because it's all up to the Lord. All right, because back in 2020, they came out with that jump shot. I ain't taking that shit. They threaten your job. A lot of people came back looking sick. A lot of people got permanent heart damage, health problems. A lot of people went back to the spiritual realm. So if they just threaten your job, how much more when ain't no food out here, right? When ain't no law enforcement, no AC in the crib, bro. No McDonald's, none of that shit, which you shouldn't be eating no damn McDonald's in the first place, you know? Well, how much more when they take away these people's necessities, right? These people gonna give in, bro. Because ultimately it all stems down. They don't have no faith, man. All right. But it says, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. And ultimately, touching back to 2020, It was the Spirit of the Lord that was on us to not even take that thing. Okay, so call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, and Lord's will, that spirit, we had that same spirit on us throughout this time. All right. But the Lord's testing those who belong to this world, and that's why the scripture says what? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And the last part says they'll hit you with a sword of destruction. All right, so you want to continue to dwell here, fulfill your aspirations, the dreams you have, be successful, be prosperous here. You got to take an implement, and you're gonna be destroyed with America, because America's gonna be destroyed through thermonuclear destruction via the prophecy of World War III, which we're in the beginning stages of that. Man, it's a heavy time of prophecy, man. All right. But that's pretty much it. I ain't want to make this lesson too long, but hey, it's June. All right, it's June, and it's for sure some microchips, man. So hey, with that, Lord's will, I pray this lesson was edifying.
Nobody get no fuck about what.
I pray this lesson was edifying. Lord's will, I pray this lesson was exhorting to you, hopeful elect, to you sincere Akim, and you very few, and I mean you very few Aquat that's tuned in, that wholeheartedly, sincerely believe on this word. And once again, before I close out, I want to give all honor and glory that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. And once again, I want to give double honors unto our apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and ruleth well. And with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Yahweh Rat Dazah, meaning Lord's will, on to the next. Shalom.